Hey everybody, it's 8:30 and that means that it's time for cocktails in the war room. How are you? I'm Mistress Carrie. Day 2, hands-free. Huge upgrade with the tripod. Let me see if I can. Is that better? Camera 1, camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2. Like my Wayne's World reference. How are you guys? What's going on, Ash? Hey, Rick. Hey, Mickey. What's going on, Stephanie? William, Kitty Ann. Cheers to you guys. I'm going full Fernandez tonight. Hey, Ben. Hey, Annie Jean. Heather. Kim. What's going on, Jim? Jim likes my ponytails. These are out of necessity today. I hate that they're not symmetrical. Maybe they are now. I don't know. Holy crap. Awesome hair, dude. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Steven. I guess the pigtails are a big hit. Hey, Annie Ange. What's going on, Ben, my sky brother? Thank you, David. Loving the pigtails. I think when they're this long, they're considered ponytails, but I'm not going to split hairs with you. What's going on, Mickey? Hey, Debbie. Cheers to you. Michael says, we made Fernandez sangria tonight too. Woohoo. So for anybody that's kind of new to Cocktails in the War Room, first of all, we meet here in my war room every night at 8:30 and have been doing that for almost 50 straight days now. But one of my AAF to Afghanistan friends, who's now basically family, my buddy Fernandez, him and his wife Paula make what I consider to be the world's best sangria. And they have been incredibly generous in keeping me well stocked during the shutdown and all of the coronavirus stuff. And they gave me the recipe a few weeks ago and I read it out to you and you guys kind of all have it and it's in all of the comments. Get it, William, split hairs. Aha. And so if you haven't had it yet, I would definitely get the recipe and make yourself some Fernandez sangria. As the weather gets warmer, this weekend is going to be perfect Fernandez sangria. Full Fernandez, as we call it. But this weekend, it's supposed to be sunny and beautiful and like 60s and almost, 70 by Sunday. So this is going to be, Aaliyah! What's going on? It's going to be great weather this weekend for sangria. So if you can get the ingredients, get yourself some ingredients. You should do a Princess Leia hairdo some night. I guess I could. I would look like purple cinnamon buns on the side of my head. But, you know, whatever. 53 days. Who's counting? Wait, it's not 53 days. The first Cocktails in the War Room was March 14th. So however many days that is. I thought it was almost 50 that we've been doing this, not since like the world went crazy, but thank you, Frank, who likes my mug. Should I make a margarita or a mudslide tonight? Y'all get to vote. Well, there's a lot of people that don't like dairy in their drinks that we've discovered going over all of these drink recipes. So you're not going to get a lot of fans for the mudslide. I think they're going to want you to drink the margarita. But of course, on Tuesday, we said we were going to talk about it over the weekend. We try to go no alcohol for Temple Tuesdays, which is Shirley Temples, to give the people that are either not drinking on a health kick or in recovery a day where they cannot drink and be part of this whole thing. But Tuesday is Cinco de Mayo, so we might have to do like Shirley Temples on Monday so that we can have margaritas on Tuesday. And then we'll have May the 4th as well. So we'll do May the 4th maybe for the Star Wars nerds and also for the Shirley Temples. Tonight is episode 48, says Ash. Thank you very much for counting. Questions. You got a Japanese shirt on? No. I have a Pink Floyd Division Bell tour shirt on from, there's, I think, 2 or 3 sold out shows at the old Foxborough Stadium. I was on the AAF street team back then. And within like a week and a half, they had the Voodoo Lounge tour from the Rolling Stones, which was 2 or 3 days in Foxborough. And then I think Pink Floyd's Division Bell tour, they did 3 nights at Foxborough. And the night that I was at rained, but that made all of their lasers look amazing. And I can't even imagine how many of those blue WAF Division Bell bumper stickers that we gave out. But that's what this shirt is. It is my Pink Floyd Division Bell shirt that I dug out of the archives for you guys tonight. Brianna says, I vote we do Mocktail Monday. Thank you. Perfect name. My old boss, Ron, would have been very impressed with your alliteration. So we're doing Mocktail Monday this Monday so that we can celebrate Cinco de Mayo on Tuesday properly with margaritas. Although I was just gifted a new bottle of tequila, my friend Sean, which is one of the things I want to talk about tonight. But my friend Jim and my friend Sean, it's not often that I have people here at the house, and they spent the entire day here working on some projects around my house, donated their time, were super helpful, were here all day. And my friend Sean also brought me a bottle of Casamigos tequila so that I would be prepared for Cinco de Mayo next week. He scolded me and told me I was not allowed to make margaritas with it because this is meant to be savored and sipped. I can't do shots. I'm not supposed to make margaritas because he said it's so smooth. So we'll see what happens this coming Tuesday. So that was one of the things I wanted to talk to you about tonight. Because so often we get bombarded by the news and just there's so much negative news and so much stress, whether it be financial or medical. You're so stressed out because you're maybe spending a lot more time locked in the house with your kids. There's just a lot going on. And so today, because my friends Sean and Jim were here working on my house, I was completely disconnected from the news all day, which doesn't happen often, but it happened today. And one of the things I realized, all they asked me to do was make them lunch for all of the work that they were doing in the house today. So I made them my famous chicken parm, which if I'm going to pat myself on the back for anything, I make a pretty goddamn good chicken parm. So I spent some time in the kitchen, homemade sauce, chicken parm, the whole deal, salad, the whole thing. And having the news off today, and not even just the news, but just not even being on social media, not being on Instagram, not being on Facebook, not being on Twitter, just like not really knowing what was going on, and spending some quality time with some really good friends made me feel very lucky. And, it's easy right now if you're laid off or having financial trouble or whatever to kind of get down on yourself and get depressed. I mean, we talk about all the time the mental toll that this is all taking on everybody. And Joe says I need to take a break from the chaos. Exactly. But it wasn't just taking a break from the chaos, but really trying to focus on what's important and reminding yourself that you're loved. And so when some of your friends come to your house during a global pandemic because they know that work needs to get done to your house, it really makes you feel loved and it makes you feel special and it makes you feel like everything doesn't completely suck and that things can be okay. And that's really how I feel today. So on one hand, I feel really bad that I don't have a ton of stuff to you guys to talk about. Because like I said, I wasn't sitting in front of the TV and scrolling through the internet, getting all of these different things, written down for us to talk about tonight. But on the other hand, I wanted us to be able to talk about, the people that we're grateful for. Like, has somebody done something for you? That either you didn't ask them to or a favor that because we talk about this a lot, like don't be afraid to ask for help. which has been a lesson that I've had to learn myself. I'm a very independent person. I'm a person that wants to do everything myself. I want to be self-reliant. I don't want to depend on anyone. And having WAAF go off the air has really reminded me that I am not going to take steps in the next part of my life, that I'm just not going to be able to do it without asking for help and asking for favors and asking for the people that love me to help me out. And it's not easy for me to ask for help, and I know it's not easy for a lot of people, but I've asked for help lately. And I'm not surprised that I got the help that I asked for, but it's just one of those things where once you get over kind of feeling guilty that you need help and kind of how you, I don't know, I guess attack yourself to make yourself feel bad that you're in a position where you need to ask for help. Like you have to be able to get over that. And once you get over that and you ask people that you trust to help you, and they do, it makes you feel, at least for me, safe and secure and loved and all of the positive things that maybe aren't coming around all of the time right now with the way that the world is. And so I wanted you guys, like Christina says, 2 different people from my town made me masks. Mickey says that I'm grateful that you're my friend. Thank you, Mickey. I love you. It's okay to ask for help, especially now, says Paul. Exactly. I love that you guys are all telling me that you have my back, but I want to hear about how other people have had your back. I want to know about some of the nice things that you've either done for other people or that you've needed to ask for help and that the people actually came and helped you out, because it really is in this time right now where everyone seems to need something. If you're an essential worker and you are working and maybe you're working too much, maybe you've had people offer to take care of your kids, or you have people making meals for you or running errands for you, or like Drea says, I hate asking for help. So do I. But maybe you're somebody that is financially struggling and people have helped you in ways, because I mean, the financial stuff, it's embarrassing and you feel guilty and you feel awful. And, just Joe says, my ex-wife sent me a mask that she made in the mail. Melissa says, I have a friend in Dover, New Hampshire that makes masks, and a friend in Melrose that made me a couple for myself and my daughter as well. See? It's amazing. Hold on a second. I got to rewind these comments because I saw something that I miss how you used to always help out the military, says David. Don't use past tense, please, when you're talking about that, because I've got some stuff brewing. There is a lot more work involved when you don't have an entire radio station staff to get things done. And I will tell you that I'm not just sitting around the house all day, every day, watching TV with my feet up. I kill the battery on my cell phone multiple times a day because I'm constantly on the phone, and I am working on some fundraising things and working on some other things. I just am waiting for all of the pieces to line up so that I can tell you guys about what I've been working on, because I'm really excited about a lot of the stuff. And I don't just mean like life after WAF. I mean, in the time of coronavirus, charity stuff that we can all get behind and do some things together. But like I said, everything's taking a little longer, and I no longer have a staff of people at the radio station that I can say, hey, can you call your friend? Or do you know somebody that does this? Or how can we do this or whatever? So I just want you to know that I'm still committed to all of the, charity work and outreach work that I always was. Just things take a little bit longer because I don't have a multi-million-dollar radio station at my disposal anymore. Tim says, I'm currently drinking that essential whiskey glass right now. Well, there you go. That's fantastic. Let's see. Any movement on Fort Devens? I'm not really sure what you mean by that, but if I can find out what's going on over there. Judy says, I made lemon meringue pie for my sister-in-law to say thank you for working in a hospital. See, that's the stuff I'm talking about. Lemon meringue pie, by the way, so ridiculously good. And my grandfather that was in the Navy that I'm always talking about that knew Morse code, that was his favorite pie. And so we always have it at Thanksgiving and Christmas for him. Let's see. Where is Wednesday? So let me tell you that when my friends Jim and Sean came over today to help me with some of the things around the house, Jim brought his dog Wesley, and Wesley tired Wednesday the fuck out. And Wednesday is passed out and hasn't moved in hours. I checked, she's breathing, she's fine, but she is exhausted. And I do not expect you guys are going to see her tonight. I will be shocked if she gets up and comes in here and runs around, because she has literally been running around all freaking day. I appreciate all the love for the pigtails. It's more out of necessity because I've been running around doing stuff in the house all day and making chicken parm. But you know what I'm noticing? I touch my face a lot less. So the face touching police should be super happy that I have the pigtails in tonight, because I don't have like rogue little hairs that are tickling my face that I have to brush out of the way and then you guys freak out in the comments. Like, I'm doing okay right now. Carrie says, my sister-in-law has been sewing masks like crazy. I bought her more elastic. Hold on, let me see. Tom says, how about maybe play a song once in a while, like a radio station? Tom, I wish I could, but here's what would happen. If I played music on this video, because music is copyrighted, and I posted the video after we got done being live in the war room, the audio would get muted or the video would get pulled down off of Facebook, which is why I can't play music here, and also why all of the podcasts that you listen to don't have music in them either, because the artists are usually signed to record companies, and they usually have publishing deals, and they have management. And so getting the rights to have a downloadable podcast, have copywritten music in it, is incredibly difficult to do. Trust me, I would love so much to be playing you guys music while we were all in here and make this like a party. Two-hand carry. I know, I can't help it, but I can't play music, and I wish I could. Sued, says Steven. Exactly. Or they would just pull the video down, or worse, they would suspend my account, and then we'd really be fucked every night at 8:30 because we wouldn't have a place to go. So as much as I would love to play you guys music, I can't. Touch the face, says Roberto. I know. My English Bulldog Rescue Brady loves Wednesday. Wednesday loves all the attention. Can I just tell you that she is a little prima donna, and she loves all the attention and loves everyone telling her how beautiful she is, and, you know, loves all the snuggling. But she is asked out right now. Let me see. Hold on. Pats on the back, Carrie, for not touching your face. Thank you very much, Heidi. I appreciate it. People freaking out need to relax. You have been quarantined with Wednesday. Screw the no face touching. Now that we're talking about my face being itchy and me not touching my face, it's making my face itchy and it makes me want to touch my face. So knock it off. What about getting all the local bands without deals to play? It's possible that I could do that. I'm not going to have them come in the war room. We're kind of quarantined during a pandemic, but I'm not opposed to doing stuff like that kind of once we're able to leave the house safely. Trust me, I have a lot of things that I'm working on. And I know I keep saying that, and you guys are like, yeah, whatever. You're just sitting here on Facebook talking into your cell phone that's being held up by this fancy schmancy new tripod that you have. But I really am working on a lot of stuff and making a lot of calls and really trying to figure out a lot of things. Like Scott says, any new gig coming up soon? Trust me, I've been working every angle, but because of the virus and the way that it has just annihilated the entertainment industry, things are really weird. You know, just getting people to return people's phone calls because no one's working in any offices. It's just really strange. And so it's incredibly frustrating for someone like me, because I was making phone calls before we even did our last show on WAF, because I was like, what am I going to do with the rest of my life? So it's been a lesson in patience for me. This whole experience has been a lesson in patience, and I have zero fucking patience. For anyone that knows me, for anyone that is related to me or been friends with me for a long time, patience is not my strong suit. I struggle with it all the time. If I want something, I'm willing to work 24 hours a day to get it. And sometimes that means me calling my friends at inappropriate times of the day or night because I got some crazy idea in my head and want to work it out with them or work through it or whatever. And so because I've had to work at half speed or even slower right now because of everything that's going on with the virus, I have tried so hard to just find this inner zen, which is why I think it's really important this weekend that while the weather is really nice, that we all are doing a little bit of self-care this weekend, getting out in the sun, getting out in the air, being around, obviously your family, but doing it maybe in a different setting, just getting outside, going for a walk, take the dog out, throw the ball around. I really am going to try and take the opportunity this weekend to get some things done on the outside of my house. I can tell you that my peas and my spinach are like this tall now, which is awesome. So my garden is coming along as good as I would like it to be at this point in time. But I really want to be able to cross off some things on the list of some shit that I have had to do around the house that I haven't had time to do, because that satisfaction makes me at least feel like I've been productive. And even though my career isn't moving as fast in this direction as I would like it to, at least I'm getting some other things done, in like my personal life, trying to be supportive for my family, trying to get things done around the house. Oh my God, I'm so behind on the comments. I apologize. You can touch your face with your wrist, but not your fingers from the face police. Thank you, Rick. I appreciate that. Ron says, Carrie, you're stronger than you realize. I've been put through the ringer. There's a lot of things you guys don't know about me. And someday maybe I'll put it all in a book like my friend Sean's been yelling at me to do for years. Then you guys will hear some shit. Joe says, how's the mulch? I ordered 16 cubic yards of mulch and I've spread about 3. So I'm hoping to have about 10 spread, or 7 more spread like by tomorrow or Sunday. I really want to get a lot of the mulching done around the house this weekend. That's what I'm going to try and do. But the fucking mayflies are so bad that it's like you have to pick your battles. All right. So Steve commented and said that New Hampshire has extended their stay-at-home order until May 31st, but then they have started to also announce the structured openings as well. Now that's for New Hampshire. Here in Massachusetts, Governor Baker announced that everyone has to wear masks in public. That includes essential workers. That includes people that are shopping in stores. Tom, have you tried satellite radio? So the thing about satellite radio is most of those people are working from their houses, and most of the time it's not live. Like I know Howard Stern had to start working from his house and whatever. No one in the entertainment business is moving forward with anything new right now. I have talked to everyone I can think of, everyone that I know, everyone that I've ever met, and everybody is kind of waiting for things to start reopening. Concerts, I would be shocked if you see one before New Year's, just because maybe some one-offs, especially maybe in the fall outdoors. But even then, I wouldn't get your hopes up. I think 2021, the bands are all going to be able to get out on the road. I think between now and the end of the year, we're going to start getting a lot of new music from artists. I mean, even the guys from Metallica are hinting that they're going to work on new music because there's just all this downtime, and what the hell else do they have to do? But I would not expect live touring musicians, not in any kind of big way by the end of the year. That being said, I'm hoping that maybe the music industry and especially the radio industry starts trying to get back to some level of normalcy, maybe, midsummer or something. Maybe that will help you, but we'll see. So I don't know, but trust me when I tell you, I know you guys, are looking out for me, and it's incredibly frustrating because I have a brain full of ideas and an extremely overactive work ethic, and I would love to be out doing 10,000 other things. So many of my friends have been so supportive and have said, you never would have left WAAF. And so you're like that baby bird that mom kind of kicks you out of the nest so that you have to learn how to fly. That's kind of where I'm at right now. It's the only place I ever knew. It's the only place I ever worked in the industry. And so now, normally right now, I would be out spreading my wings, networking, making calls, traveling, really trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And none of that can happen right now. So right now, I'm writing all these ideas down. I'm making lists of things that I can do in the meantime. I'm hanging out with you guys, you weird ass freaks, every night at 8:30 in the war room. And I'm drinking Fernandez's sangria. Is today your birthday? It's a very special birthday for me today. Not my birthday, but I have twin nieces. Remember a few days ago I told you guys about how I have nieces in Maryland and I gave them all of my childhood books for Christmas a few years ago? Well, those twin nieces who I adore are 6 years old today. Today's their birthday. And I got to FaceTime them earlier today and sing them happy birthday with Wednesday. But these are the days that I feel really bad, not only because we're separated by distance, but also because I can't even see them right now. So I want to wish my twin nieces, Isabel and Addison, happy birthdays today. And if today is your birthday, not only do you share it with my badass 6-year-old twin nieces, but you share it with little Walter, Judy Collins, Ray Parker Jr. from Ghostbusters fame. You share it with Johnny Colt from the Black Crowes, Tim McGraw, and also Darcy from the Smashing Pumpkins. So this is a good birthday. If you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday. Hey, that's Mr. Weird Ass Freak to you, Tom Miller says. Thank you very much. Eric, I do have ice in the sangria tonight. I wanted something really cold. I wanted like a big cup of like ice and I wanted something really, really cold today. So that's why I put a bunch of ice in Fernandez's sangria today. So very excited about the nieces. Did you guys hear Kim Jong-un is not dead? It's like a Monty Python skit. He's like, I'm feeling much better now. He's not dead, made an appearance while everybody's freaking out. I guess he showed up someplace. People saw him. I don't know if it's old stock footage and they're just trying to make it out that he's really not dead. But I guess it's like that UFO footage that the Pentagon just declassified, or that grainy Sasquatch footage. But it's like, ooh, I think that's him. But Kim Jong-un has been spotted. And then just to go over some of the numbers from Massachusetts today, which I did have a chance to get before I came in here. There were 2,106 new cases of the coronavirus diagnosed in Massachusetts today. There are currently 947 people in the ICU in Massachusetts, and we have lost a total of 3,716 people so far. So I'm hoping that, maybe with the warmer weather, that risk of exposure, like outdoors, is going to go down. But we're still in the thick of it. And so we still need to be super careful. So wear your mask. Mickey says he's not dead. He's just a very naughty boy. Weekend at Kim Jun's. Annette says, Sully had Nuno on yesterday. I think I was in heaven. I love both of them. Yeah, Sully's Hometown Session show that's on YouTube every Tuesday and Thursday. He's been having some great people on. Not just me, but he had Nuno on. Brent Smith from Shinedown's going to be on. He's had some really cool people. So, catch his show. It's on his YouTube channel, the Sully Arna YouTube channel. Let's see. You guys are starting to swap recipes in the comments, which I just love that you guys are starting to talk amongst yourselves. Like, don't worry about me. I love the fact that you guys are all starting to be like, hey, what's going on? Like, we really are. If I started like proclaiming myself as some kind of a deity, like, we've got ourselves the makings of like a religious cult right here. We have a meeting place. We have a language. There's certain things that we say that nobody else does. Tomorrow's anniversary is the anniversary of SEAL Team 6 and the raid on Osama bin Laden's compound. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. I believe the Geronimo anniversary, that's what they call it, right? The Geronimo anniversary. That's pretty crazy. All right, so I wanted to show you guys some stuff. So because I was kind of feeling really kind of amazing and positive today. Yes, we are a thing, Suzanne, exactly. So because I was feeling really good today and feeling loved and just kind of appreciated and really positive today, the thing I wanted to show you guys in the War Room is actually a book. I had a chance to interview him when the book came out, and he's a super amazing, inspirational guy. I'm sure you guys have heard of Marine Medal of Honor recipient Kyle Carpenter, I'm sorry. Kyle Carter is one of the guys that used to work at WAF with me, so my brain just went back to work. But Kyle Carpenter literally jumped on a grenade. Like, I say that all the time, like, oh my God, I love that guy. I would jump on a grenade for him. This guy actually physically jumped on a grenade to save someone, and has had so many surgeries and lost an eye, and then he went back to school, got a degree, and I'll just read you a little bit of, so this is what he looks like now. That's what he looked like when he was in the Marines. I know that he's a Marine, so once a Marine, always a Marine. But they sent me this whole press package. I mean, just if you guys can see this picture, this is him in recovery. Look at that. He's such an inspiration. It was such an honor to interview him. I'm sure if you go to the WAF website, the interview is still up as a podcast because they didn't take any of that stuff down. But this is the only quote you need to hear. Kyle Carpenter's memoir of gallantry beyond the call of duty provides a vivid reminder that grit and valor remain American hallmarks. A compelling account of a life well lived against the toughest of odds, one that will inspire and build confidence in every reader. Jim Mattis, former Secretary of Defense. When Mad Dog is saying those kinds of things about you, you know it's pretty amazing. So he couldn't have been nicer or sweeter. And, the inside of the book says, on November 21st, 2010, U.S. Marine Lance Corporal Kyle Carpenter was posted on a rooftop in violent Helmand Province, Afghanistan, when an enemy grenade skittered toward Kyle and fellow Marine Nick Eufrasio. Without hesitation, Kyle chose a path of selfless heroism that few can imagine. He jumped on the grenade, saving Nick, but sacrificing himself. And this is one of those books where, if you're looking for something to read, if you're looking for some inspiration, if you're looking to not feel bad for yourself and to be reminded that it could always be worse, and also that when it does get worse, it can get better. That's why I kind of wanted to talk. It's not like I'm trying to start a book club here, but I have a shelf of books in the War Room, and this is one of the books that I have. And when the publisher sent it to me, when they released it and he was doing the whole press tour and the press junket and all of that, the first page, this is all it says. And that's what we need. It says you are worth it, for anybody that can't read backwards, because I know you guys get frustrated when I show you stuff because it's always backwards. It's just incredibly inspirational. And you can follow him on Instagram too. His Instagram handle is Chicks Dig Scars. And it's pretty badass. I believe he spells chicks just CHIKS though, if I'm not mistaken, but his Instagram is pretty awesome. So just one of the books that I keep here, in the War Room, and something to thumb through to kind of make you, like Brianna says, Mattis doesn't hand that out. Kyle is an amazing Marine and human. Books from the War Room, Mark said. I know, like the War Room is turning into like a community and a thing. I'd love to see your collection of books, even if it's one a night that says Jim. So I'm trying to break up the different things that I show you guys in the War Room. Sometimes it's bottles of liquor, sometimes it's spent ammo shells, sometimes it's books. It's kind of a little bit of everything. There's a lot of stuff in here. But the books I think are great. And, all of the books are kind of either about the people that live these lives or, I have this really old book about Guadalcanal that I'll show you guys another day. I'm not the biggest reader. It takes me a lot to really get into a book. But, Mistress Carrie's War Room Book Cult, says Drea. I love that. But, when you get your teeth into a book that you just love and it's something that you just want to be able to read all of the time, that's a good thing. So, maybe one or two of you guys will pick up his book and maybe you'll find something inspirational and educational about it. So there you go. All right, your drink for tonight, because I was talking about my friend Sean giving me a bottle of tequila when he showed up here today to help me around the house. This is called a cherry picker, this drink. It's an ounce of gold tequila, an ounce of cherry brandy, juice of half of a lime, an ounce of apple juice, we don't get a lot of those, and a twist of lime to garnish. Shake the ingredients, strain into a cocktail glass, add the twist of lime to serve. So tequila, cherry brandy, lime juice, and apple juice, and that is called a cherry picker. So there you go. I'm really looking forward. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really looking forward to this weekend. Just the idea that it's going to be so beautiful outside and to be able to get out in the air, do some things around the house, get some tasks checked off the list. I just think that tomorrow night at 8:30 and then on Sunday night at 8:30, I think all of us are going to be a lot happier because I think people that watch these videos in other parts of the country don't realize what a gray, cold, rainy, and miserable spring that we have had in Massachusetts so far. And because we've been locked in the house on top of it, it's made everything so much harder. And so now that we're able to kind of go outside, like so many other people in other states that are like, oh, this coronavirus thing's not that bad. I just go to the beach every day and it's totally fine. We haven't been able to really go outside because it's been cold and raining and miserable. And now to know that at least this weekend, we're going to be able to go outside and enjoy ourselves a little bit. I think tomorrow night we're going to be a little bit more happy, and I think that's going to help all of our mental spirits a little bit. So can you do a show from outside? Chris said. Yeah, we were joking. So my fire pit that I put the picture up on Instagram and on Facebook, I call it Carrie's Cantina out there. And maybe one night I'll take you guys out, and instead of doing cocktails in the War Room, we'll do cocktails in the Cantina. If it's nice, maybe on Cinco de Mayo, we'll do cocktails in the Cantina. We'll see. I don't know, because then when we get into mosquito season, you guys are worried about me touching my face. You're just going to see me doing this all the time. I mean, I'll be happy to have the tripod, but then the light is going to have like moths and bugs, and there's just so many other variables. I'm kind of comfortable here in the War Room, but I am definitely not opposed to going and sitting out by the fire and doing that because I love to do that. So Monday for Star Wars Day. Well, we're doing mocktails in the War Room on Monday for May the 4th so that we can have margaritas on Tuesday for Cinco de Mayo. So socially distance deck visit with my 81-year-old mama, Suzanne said. See, that's the kind of stuff you gotta... If you're missing somebody, you just got to figure out how to see them in a way that's safe for both of you. And if that means, pulling your cars up next to each other in a parking lot and talking through the windows, or if it's going to help you mentally, just find a way to do it and be safe. If it's, sitting across a fire pit with your neighbor or, sitting on the opposite side of a deck. I mean, especially with an older relative, you want to be really, really, really careful. But hopefully, with the weather nice this weekend, you guys will be able to have a chance to kind of, I know with my neighbors, when it's nice out, we all end up outside working in our front yards and we all like yell across the street from each other or whatever. And that's kind of nice. So, it kind of helps a little bit. Curtis says, I'm missing WAF. Me too. Every day. Believe me. Trust me. Every day. But, we got to move forward too. Like if the coronavirus or any of the other fucked up things that have happened this year have taught us anything, is that you can expect the unexpected and you don't just get to lay down, and cry about it, that we still have to find a way to move forward. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm going to encourage all of you guys to do. And if moving forward requires help and requires favors from loved ones, then ask for it. Because like I did today, they show up. And it makes you feel really good. And it makes you feel loved and grateful and okay. So I would like you guys to cheer my friends Sean and Jim for spending their day helping me here at my house. And I hope that this weekend you guys are either able to help someone else or that you're able to get the help that you need if you do. And that's just going to show you that it's all going to be okay. So have a really safe night, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy. Enjoy the warm weather tomorrow. If you can, take 5 minutes. Go out in your yard or go to a park or someplace away from everyone else. Lay in the grass. Look up at the sky and just breathe. Just for 5 minutes, just breathe. And just de-stress a little bit. And after you do that, pour yourself a cocktail and meet me back here in the War Room tomorrow night at 8:30. So cheers, guys. Happy birthday to my nieces. I love you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Don't wash your damn hands.